Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to follow round 12 of EFL right here in Hungary. We are just in a halfway through the season. Like usual, we're gonna do with previous podcasts. We're gonna hear some drivers in the interview box. We're gonna, see what they're feeling, what they're feeling about the track, about their chances in the race and in qualifying. So basically the normal stuff what we do right here in the EFL. And if somebody doesn't know, I'm the owner of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama. And yeah, after this, 9 more rounds remaining in the championship. And now, before I'm gonna invite drivers to the party, I'm just gonna say to you the championship standing. So currently, Titi with 98 points is leading the drivers championship, and in P2 is Sapele, and P3 goes to Taze Leroy, P4 to New Zealand, P4 goes to New Zealand Cam, and then P5 Hansen, and P6 is Imadi. And in constructors, Williams is leading from Racing Point and Red Bull Racing. So that's your grid to the race, and we're getting ready towards the race, and we're gonna invite some drivers at the moment. So we'll invite actually Felix first to the party, because I don't think we've heard him talk for a while. So we'll invite him. So if somebody doesn't know, I'm the owner and commentator of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama. So we're gonna invite the 3 people immediately to the party. We're gonna invite Felix, Sapele, and then we will be inviting Taze Leroy. And you will find out very shortly why we will be inviting Taze Leroy to the party. So these drivers are going to be, invited to the pre-race interview box. And we have Felix, first driver who's joined, and one moment before we start this. And you were in party with Taze Leroy. Actually, he's the driver I have to invite first. So bear with me, few technical difficulties. So apologize, it happens to everyone. So where is Taze Leroy? Is he actually online or not? He's online, thank you very much. God damn it. There we go. Okay. Felix, first time fans will be hearing your thoughts in previous podcasts. So Felix, what are your thoughts about Hungary? What do you think of your chances in Hungary, and do you like the track, and where do you think you're going to finish?
An absolutely lovely track, to be honest. It's great fun to drive around here. A lot of flowing corners. If you get into the rhythm, it feels really nice. Just looking for a solid points finish today, to be honest. Tire strategy, you can't do anything too special around here. Only if you go for the 2-stop, which is not quicker, I think, because of the limited amount of overtaking opportunities on this track. But I think it's a good track for me in general. So I'm hoping for a good result tonight. And I'm actually looking really forward to this race.
You're looking forward to this race. That's very good to hear. And so this is one of the strongest tracks for you in EFL. All right, very good job. And now don't leave the party, because after these interviews I have still one thing to say to all of our drivers and viewers. So next driver we're gonna interview is Viati Sape. Good evening, Sape.
What's up?
So Sape, you're P2 in the drivers championship at the moment, and 22 points behind of Titi. So what is your mentality going to this race?
Just win.
Just win. And there's an old saying, to beat a man, you have to beat that man. So what are your thoughts now? You're 22 points behind. Is it going to be a long game distance between you and Seva, or do you want to finish it as quickly as possible?
Obviously I'm just looking to win every race from now, but yeah, I'm a bosser, so we'll see.
We'll see. And Taze Leroy, our birthday boy. How you doing, pal? So actually, I have a little bit of surprise, dude. You didn't get invited to this party just by coincidence. I'm just gonna tell you why very shortly, as I'm gonna try as many people here as possible. Some may actually realize what is going on, but actually James Killer is joining us here today, so we're getting more and more people, and we'll get one more driver here, because then I believe it's enough, and then we're gonna do something special what I don't think has been ever done in a league racing in this game. So we're just gonna wait for one more driver to join, and then we'll be doing well now. Taze Leroy, what are your thoughts about Hungary actually? That just say quickly before we start the ceremonies now actually. When
oh boy, here we go.
Well, obviously I enjoy the track. I think Phoenix has scored it pretty well. Obviously, if you can get it right, it's a very fun little drive. I'd say it's again one of my more favourite tracks as well.
oh, favorite track. So people, you might know Taze Leroy has a birthday today, guys. He's turned 12 years old here today. So what I was thinking to all the viewers, all the drivers in a party right now, that we would sing a very happy birthday to Taze Leroy on a count of 3. When I say 1, 2, 3, we all start singing happy birthday to Taze Leroy. So 1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Taze Leroy. Happy birthday to you. Well done. Happy birthday, Taze Leroy. You beautiful. Happy birthday, turned 12 years old. Hey, but Taze Leroy, you turned 12 years old today. What are your mentality, and how did you celebrate today's birthday in real life?
Stay inside because of Corona.
Stay inside, but did you have cake?
Yep, I've had it already. I literally had it about 5 minutes.
5 minutes ago. So you have energy for the race today. So that's the only reason I invited you guys. So thank you very much. I appreciate this a lot. You guys singing Taze Leroy, and to other viewers, you can of course write to the comments. Happy birthday, Taze Leroy, because this is Taze Leroy's birthday, and everybody deserves a decent birthday celebrations. And we know we are not the best singers in the world, but we tried. So
So out of tune.
But yeah, now James Killer, first race in Hungary for you. What are your expectations for the race?
Oh, I have no idea, I'm gonna be honest. I've recently come back to F1, and let's say I am not the best on pace wise, so I'm hoping that I will get lucky today and get some points.
Lucky today and get some. But you got transferred from Mercedes to Williams, and Williams, the team what is leading the championship by over 100 points to the nearest competitor racing point. So what will be, the mindset going towards the race?
I'm obviously still chasing, the first point of the season. I didn't start off the season very well, so I'm obviously hoping that I'll be able to pick up some points today, and hopefully get into the groove of things, and maybe even get a podium. But that's at a push.
That's what you push for podium. Thank you very much, and good luck for the race. And finally, New Zealand Cam, your thoughts for Hungary? Taze? Oh, Taze has left, so who do we have in our party still yet left? So you guys can actually leave the party now. This was only for Taze Leroy's happy birthday, so go for the race. Good luck for the race, guys. This was just wishing Taze Leroy the happy birthday he deserved, and thank you very much. I appreciate a lot that you.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, yeah, Cam, you can also go. So yeah, we're just gonna start the race, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize a little bit for the messy start, but I really wanted to wish Taze Leroy a happy birthday. Like, I think he really deserved it. And now, before we, start the race, we're gonna hear the national anthem of the hosting country. So, ladies and gentlemen, please take your hats off for the And once again, I can hear my own voice. For some reason, I hate when it happens. And national anthem of Hungary. There we go, that was the national anthem of Hungary. And we'll be starting the race very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. We're just gonna wait for one more driver to join, and then we're just gonna party on rock and roll, as they say. And as I'm still gonna invite everybody to the party, and it was a little bit messy start, I have to admit, but today's Liver's birthday, and yeah, I wanted to, wish him happy birthday, sing to him, and it was a very beautiful thing from the drivers to do, and I'm just gonna invite the final drivers. We're gonna wait for 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna start a race. We're gonna start a race after that, and so yeah, we'll give it 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, and then it's party on rock and roll, as they say. And yeah, I'm just watching that. Unfortunately, the turnaround is not what I hoped for, but yeah, it happens, man. Who has left from the session? One moment. There's 11 drivers. There should be a few more drivers to joining us today, but as I'm gonna quickly write that we'll be starting very shortly. Jesus, man, it's not the best turnaround, to be fair. There's a 100% race what other league what I'm participating are doing a fun race at the same time when I have my league races, and most of the jobs are going for that. So yeah, it's not very nice feeling actually, but I'm gonna wait 2 minutes, and then we'll actually we're gonna ready up. I don't think anybody else is gonna come. Yeah, just ready up. 10 drivers, Jesus Christ. Like I do get that, I don't know, there's Corona and stuff like that, and I don't think nobody's gonna come anymore. Like, that's what we have to do. We're gonna drive with 10 drivers, so maybe some will join us very shortly, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, not the most pleasant experience for me either. Sorry guys. So we're gonna race with 10 drivers. This is a new low, and actually Hartza has taken a spectator mode, so Hartza, if you could choose your car, then it would be appreciated. I'm gonna quickly write to him that, yeah, it's yeah, I don't know why Hartza is spectating I have no idea why he's spectating. So please, Hudson, could you please not spectate? Like, seriously. I'm gonna invite him to party to say to him if he doesn't understand what I write to him. Yeah, 0 viewers at the moment. That's very good. That's very good. Oh, there we go. He's now. Okay, now we can ready up. Now we can ready up. There we go. He's joined, and now it's 25 seconds and it's lights on, rock and roll, party on. What do we want to say it? And unfortunately only 10 drivers, but hey, it's gonna be interesting 10 car race, I guess. Sorry for not being so enthusiastic as usual, but I'm really pissed off about one other league what is actually doing a fucking fun race in the same time when I'm doing my league race. And they bloody knew it. And they bloody knew it that... Okay, now we're gonna have 11 drivers, but still it's one of the reserves, but still it's not acceptable that... Jesus Christ. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. People just doing no, not coming to my race just because they can have a fun race instead. So for 100% league, it's not 100%. It's like 100% fun race, and oh, mamma mia. But I guess 11 drivers, I think that's acceptable. Somehow it's acceptable. And maybe Tseva is gonna join for the race. I will have 12 drivers, but. I should have had 15 to 16 today, but yeah, like I said, I'm not quite happy. But hey, welcome to Hungary, 14 corner track, 12th round of the season in Hungary. I'm your owner and commentator of the league, Eric the Lightning Salama, and in the next 90 minutes we're gonna find out who is going to win the Grand Prix of Hungary. It looks like it's a very clear conditions here today. At least in qualifying, we don't know what will be the situation in the race. So now we're gonna wait for these drivers to line up the grid and drive. Ah man, if this is gonna be the case in this league, I'm gonna be very happy that the season will be over very shortly because of. Yeah, I mean, last race we had 14 drivers, now 11 drivers, it's going downhill, and like I said, I'm not happy I'm still gonna say one more time, I'm not happy that one other league, my friends, are doing some kind of fun racing, it's not a league, it's just fun racing of 100%, and they decided to do the same time when I'm hosting my league, and then half of the grid not even saying they're not gonna come, they just went for the freaking racing at 100%, so cheers guys, thank you very much. And sorry, I'm just yelling, but not very happy at the moment. But anyway, thank you to those drivers actually who decided to come to the race. And Amity is the first driver to go to the. I mean, yeah. Amity is the first driver to go to the track, and he's driving with the hard tires. As I'm now opening my Wikipedia, Hungary, F1 track. I have to know how many corners this track really has, because as you know, I don't really know the corner names of this tracks, and 14 corner track. The lap times people are driving here in qualifying are around 115s to 116s with the soft tires, but I assume we're gonna see a lot of drivers driving today with the mediums and hards. That's going to be the ultimate strategy here today, ladies and gentlemen. And a super guy who's also debuting in this league with a Ferrari car, just like he did in DBF1 on Monday, is going to go out with a hard set of tires. And Pierre Hansen, home track for him. He should be very strong around this track because it's a home track for him. And we actually have Amity, who's actually starting his first lap around this track. So let's see what Amity is about to do in the first lap with the hard tires, and he's just done corner 1. We just have to wait what he's gonna set a lap time in the first sector 1. screen, and now he's down corner 2. Very excited to see what Amadi is about to do. He's missed some races this season, but in every race he's raced, it's been a very strong result for him, and 27.5 for him in the first sector. Purple sector 1, of course, because he's the first driver to actually drive in this track, but it looks like Pia Hansen is actually catching him, and he's a little bit lagging, so we are not quite sure where he really is in the track. And we'll see what sector 2 time is going to be. Sector 2 time is going to be 55.6. And purple sector 2. And we'll see what lap time is about to set in the sector 3. He wants a little bit wide, yellows in sector 3, probably somebody just slowing down to let drivers go. And we'll see what lap time is about to do. It's going to be 116 or 117. We'll see what lap time is about to set. And it's going to be 118.5. Very decent start for lap for Amadi. And we'll see what James Gill is about to do. And Taze Leroy, their birthday kid with the medium tires, is going to set a 117.2, which is new provisional pole position time for him. And James Skiller, who got recently transferred to Williams' car, is going to set a 118.7, which moves him to P3 position. We'll see what PMP Troy Katz is about to do, and he invalidated his lap immediately. Viati Sapele laid does a 116.9 with a medium set of tyres, so that's very impressive from him. And we'll see what Super Guy and New Zealand Cam are about to do. New Zealand Cam invalidates his lap, and so does PMP Troy Katz. So we'll keep following what Super Guy is about to do. His sector 2 time is 55.4, so that's very impressive. And yellows in sector 2, but in sector 3, but nobody is retired at the moment. We'll see what lap time is about to set. It's going to be 114, 115, 116, and I think it will be around 116 to 117. It's 117.8, and it moves him to P3 position. And I just got a word that Sebab Cici is going to probably join the race, so we'll have 12 drivers, but it's still not, still not good enough amount for league, but has one division only. So Felix is about to set 117.3 with a medium set of tires, which is very impressive actually. And he just goes behind his teammate Taze Leroy, and he takes P3 at the moment. And 54.9 for TMR Pierre. That's a little bit slower than the drivers who have been driving with mediums and hards at the moment, but we'll see what lap time he's about to do. And we'll see what he's about to do. His sector 3 time will be 117.1, and he goes P2 at the moment, but we have to remember he's done his lap with the soft tires against rest of the grids, mediums and hards, so he's gonna be in a big disadvantage in the middle stages of the Grand Prix. Well, anything can actually happen, but still it would be very wise to go to mediums and hard tires at this stage. And James Skiller, he's actually down by 9 thousandths of a second in sector 1. We'll see what he does in sector 2. He wants a little bit wide. He's up by 22 thousandths of a second. And new viewers who are joining, do not adjust your TV sets. I'm the owner and commentator of this league, EFL F1, and James Skiller has just spun, and any chances of improving his time have been thrown to the garbage bin. And Hatsa, we'll see what Hatsa is about to do. Hatsa is just out of VOS. He's down by 2.5 tenths, so I assume that he will not be improving, and he just invalidated his lap. And Pierre Hansen is driving back to the pits. Amadi is in his out lap, and so is PMP Troy Katz and New Zealand Cam. So we have to just wait what these drivers are going to be setting their lap times. When are they going to be setting their lap times? 10 minutes remaining of the qualifying session at the moment. Nothing much to talk about. You see the situation in screen, 11 drivers driving fast today. Not the best amount. I've said the reasons in the start of the Grand Prix, but to the new viewers who are coming, please wish Taze Leroy a very happy birthday. He's turned 12 years old here today, youngest ever winner of EFL, so if you could, we already sang to him in a pre-race podcast the happy birthday song, but If you could write to the comments, any viewers who are watching, happy birthday Taze Leroy, I would really appreciate it. This lad is amazing and he's turned 12, so would really appreciate it, and he would probably appreciate it if you wished him a very, very happy birthday. And we'll see what New Zealand Cam is about to do. He's just started his lap time as PMP Tron Cats has retired from the session, so probably a mistake somewhere in the grid, somewhere in the track, and that's his qualifying over, and he'll be starting, I think, in P11 position if nobody else is gonna retire without setting a lap time. And there's still yellows in sector 1, so he has retired in sector 1, and new F1 fan Red Bull 22 is debuting here today in EFL, new reserve driver for EFL. We found him in the last minute when we found out the situation of the driver's appearances. Yeah. And 54.6 for New Zealand Cam, so he's actually doing purple sector 2, so I'm very surprised about New Zealand Cam. Is New Zealand Cam gonna take provisional pole position from VRT safe? We're just gonna find it out. He's just run out of VRS. Is he gonna go P1, P2, P3 or P4? He's just lining up his beautiful Red Bull racing car, and he will be doing a 1:16.8, and he takes provisional pole position by 1/10. That's very incredible lap from him, and Ahmadi is crossing the finish line, and we'll see what lap time he's about to do. He's actually starting his lap at the moment. He's actually starting, but we'll see what F1 Red Bull does, and Taze Leroy takes a 1:16.2 with 1:16.2 lap time, pole position, but it is with the soft tires, and VRT safe better that and did a 1:15.6 with the soft, so we have a lot of drivers going to the soft tires at the moment, so my predictions of drivers driving with the mediums and hards, it's not gonna come true, unfortunately, but we'll see what Super Guy is about to do, and we have new viewers at the moment, so new viewers, do not adjust the TV sets. Welcome to EFL F1. 11 drivers racing here today, possibly 12 if Sevap Cici will be joining us in the middle of the qualifying. And we are currently VRT safe in a pole position, followed by Taze Leroy and New Zealand Cam in P3 position. And to new viewers, please write a happy birthday message to Taze Leroy in the comments, he would really appreciate it. And James Killer is improving his lap by 2.5 tenths, and F1 fan is letting his teammate go, and Ahmadi is improving by 3.5 tenths of his lap time. So we'll see, is it gonna be what this new Renault driver is about to do in his first ever EFL race. And there's yellows in sector 3, and he will be doing a 1:17.6 with a hard tires, so he just goes behind of Hartza. And we'll see what Super Guy is about to do. Super Guy is improving by 2.5 tenths. And 54.4 for him, so he's actually improving by 1 second of his time, which would actually put him to P2 or P3, but he is with a medium tire, so if he can put himself to P3 or P2 with a medium set of tires, that would be very impressive from Super Guy. We all know how fast Super Guy really is as a driver, also debuting here in EFL, and he's crossing the line in this 40 corner track, and he sets a 1:16.4. He just goes ahead of New Zealand Cam by 4 tenths, and just goes 2 tenths behind of Taze Leroy in P3. So very impressive stuff from the Ferrari driver, from the young Dutch driver. And Ahmadi hasn't improved his lap time, and he has to settle with P8 position. James Killer, we'll see what sector 1 time he's about to do. He's actually set a lap, but he's 1.7 seconds down, so he will not be improving. And Felix goes P3 with a 1:16.3, so only 1/10 behind of Taze Leroy. So very impressive lap from Felix Negua to take the and one moment. Yeah, Kevin will be joining, or Sevap Cici will be joining for the race, so we have 12 drivers joining here today, so I guess it's kind of acceptable to 12 drivers. It's minimum what I actually acceptable, so yeah, and if some drivers are gonna join middle of the qualifying, we're gonna have 13 to 14. I'm kind of concerned about this driver appearance at the moment, attendance I mean. And hometown hero Pierre is in P6 position. He is in P6 position. And we'll see what he's about to do. He's improving by end of sector 2. We'll see what lap time he's about to do. He's just gonna come towards the corner 12, corner 13, yellows in sector 3. So I don't know what's that all about. 5 minutes remaining in the qualifying session. And viewers, you can write the top 3 if you want for the comments for the live stream, and I will try to pick them out up as soon as possible, and Pierre set it at 17-1, so he doesn't improve his personal best, but yeah, he stays in P7. New Zealand Cam has also taken the soft tires. 4.5 minutes remaining in the session, so a lot of drivers in the pits at the moment. F1 fan Red Bull is gonna also start his lap, but we'll keep following what New Zealand Cam is about to do. He's improving by 3.5 tenths, almost 3.5 tenths in the first sector. That was the, I believe, corner 5 combination, and he takes the corner 6, corner 7 combinations very, very aggressively, and now the corner sections of corner 8, 9 and 10, he was very wide, he lost a little bit of momentum doing that, but we'll see what is the clock gonna like his sector 2 time. Sector 2 time is going to be 54.2, and he's improving by 4.5 tenths of his time. He did a purple sector 2, he wants very wide, and Hartz has retired from the session, so that's Hartz's qualifying over at the moment. He probably retired somewhere in the track, and I believe it's in sector 2, and New Zealand Cam is going to the pits. And we have a new comment coming, so I'll try to take it as soon as possible, as we're going to currently follow F1 fan Red Bull's time, and 3 minutes 47 seconds remaining in the session. And we'll see what lap time is about to do with this soft set of tires. And he will be doing, is he going to do 116 or 115 or 114, and he does a 118.3, which moves him to P10 position. And we have a VRT TV saying, hello guys, good evening VRT TV, and welcome to EFL stream. Unfortunately, the driver appearances, attendances are not what we are used to in EFL, so we're going to drive with 12 or 13 drivers in a race today, because some drivers missed the qualifying. But as you're seeing, VRT Sapelele currently in pole position, P2 to Tace Leroy, P3 for Felix Negua. So currently VRT team's driver, VRT Sape, or Sapelele, is doing an excellent job for you guys. So if you don't know what VRT team is, just follow them on Twitter. I believe it's Vortex Racing Team. You can follow them on Twitter. One of the drivers is driving for us here today in EFL, and we have 2 minutes 42 seconds remaining in qualifying session. And we'll see what actually F1 Red Bull is. Okay, he's down by 5 tenths of his time, so now we're gonna wait for the final minutes, final drives of this final qualifying session in EFL, and it is round 12. And now yeah, exactly, what to the commentary box, who do you think is gonna win the race, who is gonna take pole position, and predict the top 3 of course for the race and qualifying. And if you don't know who I am the owner and commentator of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama. And currently the stream is lagging a lot for me, but I hope it's not for you guys, and I hope my voice is very good for you guys. It's very sexy, very husky, and well, I'm not a husky person. I play basketball and work out a lot, so I think I'm in good, but you know, I'm trying to make that very sexy voice to you guys. So 1 minute 49 seconds remaining qualifying session. I think the times are a little bit glitched, because we've seen a couple times in EFL this season that the qualifying times, the time remaining might not be the official one actually. So to the drivers it might seem that there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the session. Yeah, no problem for the shout out. Of course he deserves it. One of the biggest esports teams in PS4, one of the best drivers in PS4 at the moment. And James Killer, everybody's actually in the outlap, so it's a matter of question. I believe it's New Zealand Cam who's actually starting his lap at the moment. He'll be the first driver to start a lap around this beautiful 14 corner track in Hungary. And we'll see, he's done corner 1, corner 2, so we just have to wait what his sector 1 time is going to be. So do not adjust the TV sets. Thousands for tens, millions watching back at home of this Hungarian Grand Prix of EFL round 12. And sector 1 time for New Zealand Cam is 26.9. He set it a purple sector 1, so the track is improving, but also the driver is improving. So can New Zealand Cam take first pole position in EFL. He has the best chance because we don't have as many drivers here today for Hungary. But it is round 12, so it doesn't matter where you take pole position, how you take it, or when you take it. He was very wide in the corner sections of corner 10 and 11. Now he's going to do corner 12 combination. He usually do it flat out. He runs wide, but he set it at purple sector 2 time. He's improving his lap by 9/10, and we'll see, is that going to be enough for provisional pole position? New Zealand Cam might do a shocker of the season. He wasn't considered as one of the top dogs of the league, but he is performing in a super level at the moment. 3 podium positions here today in EFL from 12 races, and we'll see what lap time he's about to do, and he does a 1:16.2, and it's not enough for pole position. He lost 6/10 to VLT Sape, 6/10, so but he is in P2 at the moment. He is in P2. It's enough for P2, but Super Guy has invalidated his lap, so that's his qualifying over. And we'll see what Ahmadi is about to do, and he's also invalidated his lap, so that's probably an out lap. But we'll see what James Killer is about to do. James Killer, who is with the soft tires, we'll see, has he any chance of getting to top 3? Does he have any chance of getting to top 3? He's coming towards the final corners, and he's going to set 1:15 or 1:16, or he's going to set a 1:17. He sets a 1:17.3, which moves him to P8 position. And Felix Negua is setting a purple sector 2 with 54 flat, but we've seen how fast VRT Sapeleles, or VRT Sapes as I like to call him, has set it to the last sector. So even though you're purple in sector 2, it won't mean you will get pole position, because VRT Shape's last sector was godly good. And Felix, we'll see what he's about to do. VRT Shape has retired. Can Felix take pole position? No, it's a 1:16 flat, but he promotes him to P2. What can a birthday boy Taze Leroy do? And he goes P2 with 1:15.6. He's only 40 thousandths of a second behind of Taze Leroy of VRT Shape, and we still have to wait what James Killer is going to do, what Ahmadi is about to do, and what F1 Red Bull is about to do. And what F1 Red Bull is about to do, he's coming towards the final corners of the race, final corners of this Hungarian Grand Prix, and he sets a 1:17.8. What Ahmadi is about to do, he's coming towards the corner 13, and now he's going to come towards corner 14. And Tevap Titi has just joined the session, so he just made it for the race. He just has to ready up, and hopefully he's gonna make it. And James Killer is gonna set his lap, and we'll see what he's about to do. And he crossed the finish line, but hopefully Tevap Titi made it for the race. I certainly hope so. So we will have 12 drivers for the race. It's not acceptable, but it's acceptable, but it's enough. And they are great at the moment. VRT Sapele Lane, pole position. P2 for Taze Leroy, P3 for Felix Negua, P4 New Zealand Cam, P5 Super Guy, P6 Hatsa, P7 Pierre, P8 James Killer, P9 Ahmadi, P10 F1 Red Bull. And without a time is PNP trying catch. As I'm quickly gonna take the screenshots and save the video clip to make for the race highlights. As Tevap Titi has left, but he's joined once again, so hopefully he will make it for the race. If not, maybe like for the commentary box. As if he doesn't make it, I'm gonna invite him to commentary box. I will have some company with me. But Tevap Titi, who was a championship leader in EFL, is unfortunately probably gonna miss the race. I hope not, but he made it a little bit late. And yeah, I apologize if the stream is a little bit disastrous at the moment, but hopefully made it for the race. And we have a full rain for the race here today, ladies and gentlemen. We have full rain in the race. Unbelievable. We have heavy rain conditions for the race, so no holds barred in EFL. And the drivers, yes sir, I'm the host. Eric, EFL under Dash F1. I'm the host of EFL. I'm the commentator of EFL. I'm the owner of EFL. And if you have more drivers, I would really appreciate it. We've had almost every single race. We had 15 to 16 drivers, and I believe that we have Tevap Titi joining us here today in commentary box, or not? And we're starting our formation lap in EFL, and your grid from P1 to P11 is pole position to VRT Sapelele, P2 to Taze Leroy, P3 to Felix Negua, P4 to New Zealand Cam, P5 to Super Guy, P6 to Hatsa, who are stuck in the grid, P7 to Pierre Hansen, P8 for James Killer, P9 for Ahmadi, P10 for Little Money for F1 Fan Red Bull, and P11 for PNP Trying Cats. So that's your grid for today's race in EFL for Hungarian Grand Prix. So 11 drivers in heavy rain conditions. Oh my goodness me, I would have hoped we could have had a little bit more, but it is what it is. I've repeated myself many times here today, but everybody's starting with a wet set of tires, and drivers are ready for the 35 lap Grand Prix here today in EFL. And you can write in the comments your favorite memories of the Hungarian Grand Prix in real life or in the game. You can write them if you want, and I will try to get them as soon as possible. How the race is gonna play out, and if you wanna get some TV time, here's your chance. And 11 drivers here today, as VRT Shape is lining the grid up for the race here today, followed by Tesla. And I have to quickly check now. I have some messages from the drivers. Some people couldn't make it because of the 100% race they're doing here today in Wednesday. That's the reason some drivers couldn't actually make it for the race here today. But sometimes there is good days, sometimes there's bad days, and VRT Shape is lining over to the grid, and some reason Taze Leroy has overtaken VRT Shape in the grid, but as we're gonna wait until VRT Shape, Taze Leroy, Felix, New Zealand Cam, Superguy, Hartza, Pierre Hansen, James Kilo, Amity, F1 Fan Red Bull, and PMP Tron Cats are lining up to the grid. And we're gonna wait for the FIA to give 5 light permissions to this race, as Michael Buffer says, drivers, start your engines. Let's get ready to rumble! As we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and where we go for the Grand Prix of Hungary. It looks like Tesla got a great start from the grid. Is he gonna challenge VRT Shape for position for P1, but it actually looks like Shape got a fantastic start, and there's a big ball for P3 position, and it looks like New Zealand Cam has overtaken, and there's a massive spin, there's a massive crash between New Zealand Cam, Felix Negua. I don't know what's happening. Try and catch, and hopefully the safety car is gonna come, as safety car has came for this race. An unbelievable first corner with these drivers. I don't know what on earth happened. It probably happened when New Zealand Cam dive bombed Taze Leroy, which caused the domino effect and caused 5 to 6 drivers to crash out, but safety car has come, and how these drivers are going to react, are they going to pit or are they going to stay out? That's going to be very interesting to know. But Felix VRT Shape had over 2.3 second lead, and it got lost to the toilet paper because of what happened in corner 1. And Norway starts at the moment. New Zealand Cam, the safety car has come out. It's gonna bring a new strategy, and I have no idea what happened. It might look like your dive bomb caused a massive domino effect, but it is what it is in the rain conditions. And are people gonna pit? Are they gonna stay out? How is the rain gonna turn out to be in the end? That's what we want to know. And if you would excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna quickly go take a little bit of sandwich, because I don't think anything's gonna happen at the moment in this race. The stream coverage is not the best, so I'll be taking a sandwich here today. So actually I'm in the kitchen at the moment, taking water. One moment. Very unprofessional, I know, but hey. I was waiting for full grid, and this is what happened. People would rather likely do a fun race in 100% races, and nobody pitted. But actually there's 4 drivers who are pitted. Superguy, Pierre, Cam, and Try and Catch. And if you don't mind, I'll be eating my sandwich at the moment. So New Zealand Cam is pitting with Pierre Hansen. They both lost the front wing, and Hansen has to wait in the pitch. Actually, me eating this sandwich is probably more interesting than what is happening at the moment in the race. If some might say I'm a little bit unprofessional, trust me, I'm not usually like this, but it's gonna be a long ass race, and I've been working out today a lot, like 7 mile ones and push-ups, and because I play basketball, and I've had a very busy day and I haven't time to. Well, I ate a big food, but I'm very hungry at the moment, so I'm eating a sandwich. So it's a sandwich where there's what would I say? Salad, bacon, 3 different kind of cheese from Edam to I don't know, mayonnaise. Yeah, tomato of course, and Belty shape is currently behind the safety car. Felix in P2. Hudson in P3, Amity in P4, F1 Fan Red Bull in P5, Jason in P6, James Gill in P7, Katz in P8 with me intermediate. So wow, he's taking intermediate, so he will be big. Big risk, man, big risk. If the track is gonna try up, PMP Try and Katz has the best chance of taking the big lead in the race, but it's a big risk, but what he has to lose, I love that. I love drivers who are taking big risks. I really appreciate that. And nobody's spitting at the moment. Actually, Hudson's spitting. And so is F1 Red Bull. So what's happening? Is the intermediates going to be fast or not? So has PMP Track Cats made a Masters? Never mind. He's also spitting. And I don't know why are these drivers spitting. Have they lost 1 wings when I was gone in the kitchen? And there's a 5-second stop and go between F1 Red Bull, PMP, Hotsa, James Killer, as they're actually pitting for intermediate. So why did PMP try and catch pit? He's taking the wet tires, but then we have F1 Fan and we have Hotsa who's taking intermediates. But then we have PMP who's taking wet, so yeah. Currently safety car in this race. I'm eating my sandwich. It's not a sandwich, it's like a big I don't know what it is, but it's delicious. We're actually shape in pole position. I mean, P1 in the race, Felix in P2 still. I don't know what to do. Just ask me any questions. Ask me anything you want, man. Like, you have the best chance of getting TV time is at the moment, right now. Ask about the EFL, ask about real life, ask about real Formula 1 season, about your favorite Grand Prix of Hungary. My personal favorite has to go back, I believe 2015. Was it 2015 when Vettel won and Kvyat was second and Ricciardo was in 3rd place? So that was a one chaotic race. And we have Sebab Cici joining to the party. I apologize, Kevin. I'm eating my sandwich because you know nothing is really happening in the race. But you just missed the race and
Hello?
hello, Rom. I'm eating my sandwich for a moment. So Kevin, you just missed the race. What are your thoughts of missing the race?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, what the fuck? I can't hear you.
Oh, so is my voice? Hear me? One moment. Hello? 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 One moment. Ah, this stream is... Hello, can you hear me?
Oh.
Can't you hear me? I apologize on some technical difficulties at the moment. So Kevin, can you hear me? Can the viewers hear me?
I think my headphones are not working. I can't hear you.
Can the viewers hear me?
Wait
Okay.
a second.
Yeah, it's not. It's your headphones. It's your headphones, Kevin. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but it's lap 4 out of 35. Safety car still out when we have a lot of drivers who pitted to intermediate tires. Hotsa in P3 with intermediates. New Zealand Cam is currently leading. Superguy in P2 and Sapele Lay has also pitted for intermediates. I've completely missed that. So I apologize for the bad streaming quality at the moment. I assure you it's not gonna happen in the future. And safety car still out, so I can understand why didn't these drivers pit under the safety car? Why are they still staying with wet tires if the intermediates are faster? And F1 fan Red Bull got a 5-second penalty for collision with James Gillow, but now safety car is out and New Zealand Cam will be lining up the grid to the race. What's going to happen? 31 more laps of this Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. New Zealand Cam lines up the grid and he has a fantastic start as I'm finishing my sandwich at the moment, but Superguy is going to challenge him to wide turn 1, but he's not going to able to because New Zealand Cam got such a good exit. Apologies, please. Good sandwich. And we'll see what New Zealand Cam is about to do. And there's yellows in sector 1, and it's PMP2 and Castle's crossed out, so is that going to bring out another safety car in this race or not? And it doesn't look like it is. There's Leroy is going to challenge IMD, and there's a massive fight between, a massive train behind F1 Red Bull and to PMP2 and Cats in last place, and they're going side by side. F1 Red Bull and Felix are going side by side with each other, and it looks like F1 Red Bull almost lost the position. And there's a Racing Point driver of Viatti Safe capitalizing and doing 2-for-1 deal and taking P6 position from all of them. And Felix Negua corner cutted that corner, which corner is corner 11, corner 10. And actually Superguy is wide behind of New Zealand Cam. New Zealand Cam is leading the race, but every time New Zealand Cam has won the race or crossed the line in P1, he's always lost the race. But now Williams car and Red Bull car going side by side with each other, and it's James Gillow diving up the inside of Pierre Hansen. No, he's not. Pierre Hansen, who's doing a home race in Hungary. And we'll see what Felix is about to do. And Kevin has left the party, just problems with his headset. Viatti Safe is 2.4 seconds behind of James Gillow, so at the moment Superguy doing the fastest lap with the wet tires, so drivers who pitted for intermediates. And actually Superguy made the maneuver down on New Zealand Cam, so what on earth happened to New Zealand Cam? They go side by side with each other, and it looks like Superguy got the maneuver down on New Zealand Cam, and he will be taking the P1 position. So drivers who pitted for the intermediates are in a big trouble, and we see Pierre Hansen overtaking Hartza for P4 position, and James Gillow is right behind of Hartza, so it wasn't the right choice to go for the intermediate tires at the moment. So it's still, wets are still much faster than the intermediates. So what on earth people were thinking, as we have PMP trying catch bidding for the wet tires, so the track wasn't ready for intermediates. It wasn't ready for intermediate tires. Superguy has already over 1.9 second lead over New Zealand Cam, followed by in P3 is Pierre Hansen. So Red Bull are doing a very good job at the moment of sealing or catching Williams in a Constructors' Championship, as James Gillow in a Williams is in P5, and Williams is leading the Constructors' Championship by over 100 points, and James Gillow is already behind of Hartza. So hey, we don't have many drivers here today, but hey, we have a very interesting strategy call here today. So some drivers on inters and some drivers on wets, and if the track drives tremendously, then probably drivers in intermediates will have the bigger advantage in the end. And look how much James Gillow is pressurizing Hartza. James Gillow is just putting pressure to him. He's shaking and baking, muscling and hustling, and we'll see what James Gillow is about to do, as actually Viatti Sape is catching James Gillow. So now it's in a crossover period, which tire is faster, is it the wet or intermediates? But still James Gillow is almost pushing Hartza towards the corners, and I don't think there's anything Hartza can do about it. Well, he's still defending very incredibly, but it's gonna be easy maneuver done on James Gillow shortly, because look how much speed he has in the corner sections than Hartza. Well, or then it's just Hartza's made some kind of mistake, but now they're coming towards the end of sector 1, and I do know how hard the track it is how hard it is to drive in this track when it's raining. And it's lap 7 out of 35, so new viewers, do not adjust your TV sets. This is race in EFL, 11 drivers here today. And look how Viatti Sape is challenging James Gillow round the inside of corner 11, and he made it down. He made the maneuver down the most dangerous part of the track, and he moves himself to P5 position. So now the intermediates are faster than the wets. But how big lead Superguy has? Superguy has underfilled his car. He has to make a massive gap towards New Zealand Cam and Pierre, and not gonna pit, and they're gonna hold up Hatsa and Sapelele, and now look how much the Williams Topper is struggling, and there's a massive crash. There's a Williams Topper in the wall. Williams Topper has spun, and is that going to bring out the safety car or not? Is that going to bring out the safety car or not? But there's a lot of drivers struggling at the moment, as F1 Red Bull has spun, and so is James Kilo. Only yellows in sector 3, but nothing more serious. And Supercar is still continuing in the track, still continuing, so... But hey, nothing is over yet. Safety cars can come, anything can come in this race, and already Hatsa is quite behind of Pierre Hansen, and Pierre will be like a sitting duck at this stage of time. And now we just have to wait until Hatsa and Sapelele are gonna make the maneuver on Pierre, but if Pierre, Hatsa and Sapelele are gonna start fighting with each other, as Hatsa is already challenging down the inside of corner 4. They go side by side. Who will give in? Who has the bigger cojones? It's Pierre Hansen against Hatsa, the most two aggressive drivers in EFL, are going side by side with each other. And Sapelele has the best seats in the house to watch this WrestleMania moment. No holds barred in EFL, as it is lap 8 out of 35. And yeah, Hatsa made a maneuver stick, and I believe their grip advantage is so big that Sapelele will be making the maneuver on Pierre Hansen maybe, and yeah, he made the maneuver done. Nothing Pierre Hansen could do, and now it's time for the wet tire drivers to pit and take the intermediate. So in the end, it was the wise choice to go for the intermediate tires. And now yeah, Pierre Hansen is like a sitting duck, and now behind him are Felix, Amedy, Taisley, and there's a massive crash. There's a massive crash. As the Taisley has lost part of his front wing, and so has Pierre Hansen, and Pierre Hansen is that going to bring out the safety car? Not no safety car at the moment, but Supercar is spinning. Supercar is going to pit, and so is New Zealand Cam, and so Hatsa will be taking the lead of this Grand Prix at the moment. So Hatsa, first time ever leading in EFL, best chance of getting the podium. Only 11 drivers here today, so his best chance, maybe the only chance to get a podium in EFL in this league, as there's yellows in sector 3 once again, so somebody has spun it, as Sapelele and Hatsa are going side by side with each other. Who's gonna give in? Who's gonna get position ahead? Who has the bigger cojones, as they're still going side by side towards the corner 2, corner 3 combinations, and it looks like Hatsa made the maneuver done, so Sapelele is still following him. Behind Sapelele is Felix, and behind them is Amedy with intermediate. Pierre Hansen still continuing in the track with the wet tires, and like I said, that was a big mistake from Pierre Hansen for going towards the not waiting for the intermediates, and he will be in a big trouble, and I assume he's gonna pit in the next lap, as Felix is catching up towards Sapelele and Hatsa, because Hatsa is holding up Sapelele so much. And yeah, copy Kevin, your headset is broke. But yeah, it's a race. One moment. And look how much Hatsa has to defend from Sapelele. Sapelele is doing a switchback home. He's doing it what Sebastian Vettel did on Valtteri Bottas in 2017, but it wasn't quite enough. And we still might have an interesting race, so anybody can still win this Grand Prix. So viewers, do not leave this stream. Anything can still happen in this Grand Prix at the moment, as Hatsa is going leading from Sapelele, from Felix, from Amedy, and there's a 4-car train for the win of this Grand Prix. So this is what the viewers want to see. Viewers want to see a close battle, as Hatsa set at the fastest lap of 1:31.9, as he's moving towards the inside line. But who will be getting the advantage? It's very hard to overtake in this track, and is Sapelele going to do a switchback or not? They're going side by side with each other. Who will be giving in? Who will be the last in bet? Who will be saying hasta la vista baby, like the Terminator told you? They're going side by side still in corner 4. They're going side by side in corner 5, and I believe now finally, oh my god, they're still going side by side. Very clean driving from this time. A little bit banging, a little bit wheel banging, but oh my god, who will be giving in? Who has the bigger cojones? And ooh, Sapelele made a maneuver stick, and that was a very beautiful overtake from Sapelele to overtake Hatsa in corner 4 and 5 combinations. And now look how much Hatsa is already losing time towards to Sapelele. A 9/10 gap already to Sape, and Sape is pulling away from everybody else. And if Sape can win this race, he'll be the new Drivers' Championship leader, as Sebapcici has missed from the race, and many other drivers has also missed from the race. But safety cars and everything can still happen, and yellows in sector 1, somebody has spun it. Somebody has spun in sector 1, and I believe that was PMP trying catch, but no safety cars at the moment. No safety cars happening at the moment. Then Taze Leroy, the birthday boy, it's not having the birthday he really desires, and he has lost his one wing, and he's crashed out to the wall, but no safety cars at the moment, no safety cars. Sapelele, why is it Sapelele? Sape has 1.5 second lead over Harta, and look how Amadi is pressurizing Felix. Yellows in sector 3. Is that gonna bring the safety car of VSC? And Supercar says the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 130.7, so don't count him out of the race just yet, as Amadi made a maneuver on Felix and promoted himself to P3 position, and now he has to overtake Harta, who is one of the hardest drivers to overtake in EFL overall, and when you add raining conditions, it's gonna just add a little bit more challenge to that. As currently Sape has over 2.1 second lead over Hartza. And viewers, you can write the comments whatever you want. Ask about EFL, ask about me, ask about real life stuff, what your favorite moment of Hungary in real life. But look how much Hartza is struggling, and IVD is just pushing him towards the corners, thinking what on earth I have to do to overtake this guy. Yellows in sector 3 once again, so it is Taze Lever who's spun it. Taze Lever who has spun it, and but nothing serious yet, no safety cars at the moment. Yellow sector 3 and Taze Lever has retired from the session, and is that gonna bring out a safety car or not, or is that gonna bring out the VSC? The new safety car would bring a little bit more pleasant towards this race. And look at Hartza and look at Imadi. They're going side by side with each other. Mano as Hartza is dying up the inside. He's not giving in. They're going side by side with each other. And Hartza not leaving enough space for Imadi. But it's no hot spot in the EFL. Of course, we're going to punish if driver makes a silly mistake with another driver. But still, we'll let this driver go side by side because we are racing. As Taze Lever, the birthday boy, has left from the session. As now Amadi is doing a switch back to Hartza, and he's going to be able to make another mistake. Yes, he is, and we'll see what Felix is about to do. Felix is waiting it. He's waiting very patiently to make the maneuver on Hartza. Hartza is fighting for his first podium in EFL, so I don't assume he will be giving up so easily from this battle at the moment. As all the time Supercar is catching them, who is in P5 position, and Hartza got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And now every single driver who will be finishing the race will be getting points, and Felix is making it side by side with Hartza, and Hartza has spun it. Hartza has half spun it basically, so that opens the gates of heaven to Felix to promote himself to P3 position. It's lap 12 out of 35. VRT Sape still leading the Grand Prix, but over 3 seconds to his nearest competitor, IMD in P2 position. So this result would be very good result for VRT Sape at the moment, as gap between Amadi and Felix is 1.0 seconds. Hartza is 3.6 seconds behind them, and Supercar is already 1.1 seconds behind of Hartza, so Hartza is really struggling at the moment. So either if he has lost part of his end plate, or then he starts overheated, or then he just doesn't have the pace anymore. New Zealand Cam in P6, F1 Fan Red Bull in his debut in P7, Pierre in P8, James Gill in P9, and Try and Catch in P10, so look at Supercar. Hartz is doing a little bit of the snake lines, not wanting to let Supercar go, but I could assume the pace difference is so big that Supercar will get the maneuver done sooner or later. It's just the question when he makes it, and is he going to dive the inside, or is he just going to wait for Hartza to make mistakes, as he's right behind of Hartza. And there's yellows in sector 3, so what on earth has been happening, and I believe it's Pierre Hansen who's made a mistake, but Supercar is right behind of Hartza. He's right behind of McLaren, throwing against McLaren, just like in the old days of Formula 1 with Mika Häkkinen, Michael Schumacher, or Kimi Räikkönen, Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, just like the olden days when McLaren and Ferrari were fighting for the wins, but now they're fighting for P5 in EFL's race in Hungarian Grand Prix, which is wet rain conditions, heavy rain conditions, I mean. And yeah, I believe one other possibility where he can overtake is the corner 12. Now there's a small straight line. Hudson is defending the inside line for GG for him, and he's coming back to the racing line very dangerously, but look how much more grip and look how much traction Superguy has, and he made a maneuver stick on Hudson. That was a beautiful maneuver on Hudson, and that promotes Superguy to P4 position, but Hudson hasn't given up just yet. He's going to dive up the inside. No, he's not. Superguy took the advantage away from Hudson, and now I think it's very easy for Superguy to try to catch Felix and Amadi and also VRT Sape for the position And now Hatze gonna dive up the inside. No, he's not. He's just staying behind of Super Guy. Missing his braking board a little bit, and now I think the battle is truly over, and now there will be no battles to see, at least for a moment in this race, at least what I think of. So viewers, come on, write something. Write something. I know I should be professional, I should be commentating the race, but 11 drivers, 14 laps, still 21 laps remaining, so we can entertain each other. And yellows in sector 2, and that's Armady who spun it. And that will give a good chance for Super Guy to take a momentum of that. And Felix has promoted himself to P2 position. And now Super Guy is looking on his target. He's muscling and hustling. He's targeting his target, locking his target like Terminator 2, like the T-1000, locking on John Connor in Terminator 2. A great movie, I would recommend it to everybody, but it looks like Super Guy at the moment is the fastest driver at the moment. Yes, Super Guy has the fastest lap. So there you go. And look how much Armady is struggling. Has Armady lost an end plate, or has he made a mistake and overheated his tires at the moment? Super Guy is still negative from fuel, so not the best situation for him, but of course he still has 20 laps to manage his fuel, and he sets another fastest lap of 1:30.4, so he's flying, he's basically flying. And if he's driving like this, the young Dutch driver, he has every single possibility to catch and overtake Viati Shape in the other stages of the Grand Prix, and we of course do not know how the race is gonna turn out. Is the rain gonna stop? And who will be making the pit stops in white times? And yeah, 20 more laps. And look how much Super Guy is faster than everybody else. I can't understand how on earth this guy is doing how he's doing. The guy is a legend. He is very fast driver. I've got the experience to know him since TUF and also short time in other leagues. And the way this kid or young adult is driving in this game is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable how fast he is in this game. And it's a huge honor to have him debuting here today in EFL. Mostly because of lack of driver attendances here today, but still, nevertheless, we get to see a great driver debuting here today. And now we have yellows in sector 2, so somebody has spun it, and it is F1 fan Red Bull, but no safety cars, no VSCs, nothing at the moment. Super Guy is already, oh my god, he's only 6 to 5 tenths behind, but he can't make it closer. He doesn't have the straight line speed. But he's closed down on him so much. He's closed down on Imedy so much this lap, but Imedy has a decent straight line speed, and Super Guy can't do anything about it, and he just has to wait for another day. Or another lap, I mean. And yellows are sector 2, sector 3, so now there's a massive spin from somebody. Probably oh, and it's TM up here in his home Grand Prix, and then F1 fan Red Bull. And is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? Is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? And it is not gonna bring out the safety car. It's unfortunately not gonna bring out the safety car. There's still yellows in sector 3, but this game doesn't bring out the safety cars many times as I wanted to, because I really want to have a new race for this. I want to see Super Guy against Viati Shape in this race, and I will probably get it at one more time as F1 fan Red Bull is pitting. We are probably not happy about what happened. 90 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, so write something to the comments, viewers. Write something. Come on. I know there's people watching this, so your time to get some TV time. But the Super Guy, ooh, okay, that was a little bit controversial from Amadeo. Then it's just struggling a lot in these conditions. That might be the case, but Super Guy really has to close down the straight line. He doesn't have the straight line speed, so he has to overtake in some other part of the track than in a straight line. But look how much he's losing time in a straight line against Imedy, and he's not making the dive bomb. He's smarter than that. And Felix has just lapped F1 fan Red Bull, And now Super Guy is diving up the inside of Imedy as they go side by side with each other. Who will be giving in? Who has the bigger cojones? And Super Guy doesn't want to give in. Imedy doesn't leave him enough space. He has to track extend a little bit to get past Imedy, and that's the maneuver done on Imedy and P3 position for Super Guy. So very beautiful overtake from him. And next up on his target is Felix, and maybe after that 5.7 seconds to VRT save. So it's still possible. It's still possible to make the maneuver stick and win this Grand Prix. And I believe Super Guy hasn't taken any penalties in this Grand Prix, so he has the best chance actually to get to the podium or win the race. And that would mean Cevapcici would still lead the championship if Super Guy would win the race. No safety cars at the moment, no safety cars. But oh, Pierre Hansen has crashed out. Pierre Hansen has crashed out, probably making massive mistakes. There's yellows in sector 3, but nothing really happening. As Pierre Hansen will be probably pitting, but he would be getting 1 point, but I can imagine how frustrated he is after this. I could really imagine the frustration the young driver in his home Grand Prix is doing at the moment, and yeah, he's pitting and probably he's gonna pit to retire from the race. I hope not. I hope he's not gonna retire, but that's what I'm afraid of. And now Super Guy is only 3.2 seconds behind of Felix as PMP Trunkats got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Pierre has retired. Pierre has retired, and there's yellows in sector 3. Is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? There's still yellows in sector 3. There's still yellow flags, and no safety car, I assume. Yeah, no safety car, because he went to the pitch to retire. So now we have only 9 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix. 9 drivers. Yeah, I mean, Pierre has left from the session. I don't know what to say. Super Guy is catching the woods. Yeah, so yellows in sector 2 and sector 3, and it's F1 Fan Red Bull who's crashed out. But only yellow flags. VRT Sape is crossing the line, and he did a 1:21 flat lap time. 5 euros at the moment in this race. And yeah, it's very difficult to drive in the rainy conditions of Hungary. And any viewers who would actually want to commentate with me, I'll accept anybody. This is boring. This is definitely boring. This is my own league, so don't worry. If you need another league commentators, I'm not. In my own league, I'm saying how things are. Personally, okay, hard side spinning, taking medium tires for some reason. So the track is drying up. Track is definitely drying up, but I have to say I'm not happy about the attendances, and we've had every race like 16, 17 drivers, but yeah, no, it's definitely not ready for the medium tires or the slick tires at the moment. Oh, and there's a massive crash between PMP Trunkats and James Killer. A lot of incidents here today, so even though we only have 11 drivers. VRT Sape leading by 5.9 seconds, so a lot of people are pitting, so it's definitely... Is it time for mediums? Is it time for slicks? We're gonna see how Hotza is gonna drive. Is he gonna catch up to the first field or not? That's what I want to know. No, he's actually losing time, but PMP Trunkats, they don't have anything to lose, so they might pit. VRT Sape is not pitting, Felix is not pitting, Super Guy is not pitting, Imedy is not pitting. But Imedy almost made a mistake and bent it to the wall, but PMP Trunkats has taken the medium set of tires, and he's cut away of Super Guy, but luckily the ghosting is on for the lapped cars. And yeah, is any of these drivers gonna pit soon or not? Because if you're gonna pit one lap too early or one lap too late, you're gonna lose tremendous amount of time. But we do know that these intermediate tires are gonna go off at some point, so they have to make choices. Are they gonna pit for intermediates? Are they gonna pit for slicks? Are they gonna struggle a lot, or are they just gonna think, you know what, I'm gonna take another set of intermediates, and if track is gonna dry up, I'm gonna make another pit stop. Because they might lose tremendous amount of time for pitting too early for the slick tires, as we're seeing from Hartza, who's already 14 seconds behind everybody else, so it's definitely not time for the slick tires. Felix is keeping the gap to 2.6 seconds to Super Guy. The Super Guy is pulling away from Amadi. Then we have Cam, who's 25 seconds behind of all of them. And nobody's pitting. Yeah, they say he's not pitting, but I would actually like to know, does any of the viewers know how long intermediates can go in Hungary? If you pit in lap 3 or lap 4, can they go to the end? As Hartza has taken 3 seconds of penalty. Yellow, safety car has come for some reason, so now the safety car has arrived, so thank God safety car has came. Amity is pitting for the medium tires, soft tires, so we're probably gonna see a lot of drivers pitting here today, but safety car has arrived in this Grand Prix and probably saved the race. I don't know who caused the safety car, but I applaud to you. GG, massive respect. New Zealand Cam is pitting, probably Viati Sepp is gonna pit, everybody's gonna pit. So it's definitely time for the slick tires. And it would be quite foolish not to pit at this stage of the race. Well, actually, I don't know, it looks like very wet to me still. That's what she said. Lap 21 of 35. Safety car, yeah. And I'm really gonna drive to penalty for speeding under the safety car, so he has to make one more pit stop. And Whiteload Billy has left one of the spectators, I guess, for the race. 8 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix, as F1 fan Red Bull has retired, and probably he's the reason of the safety car, so thank you very much. You saved the race for me. Amity has to serve as... Yeah, and Viati Sape is pitting. And so probably will be Felix. And so will be Super Guy, I guess. He will be pitting or not, yeah, the track is drying up. And drivers will be pitting, and this will make the race a lot more interesting. And we'll see, are they going to take medium, softs or hards? We have Amity who's taking the softs. We have Felix who probably, I don't know what tires he's going to take. Well, Super Guy is taking soft tires. Felix is taking mediums. So we have a cross strategy, and Amity is pitting to serve his drive to penalty. And I'm not pretty sure, can you serve a drive to penalty in a pit lane? No, you can't. No, you can't. He tried to do it. He tried to serve it under the pit lane, but the game doesn't allow it. And he's probably serving. Is he serving a 5-second penalty? He's probably served a 5-second penalty. Amity has retired from the session, and that's his race over. So now we have only 7 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix. So he knew his race was over, and he decided to retire, and that's a. Oh, this league is going downhills like I don't know what. No, it's. Don't be surprised if I cancel the whole league. Like if we're gonna get. Okay, it's only one race, but still we have to see. And there's like. I should probably not speak now when I'm a little bit frustrated, but yeah, 7 drivers. Not seen a day that 7 drivers only remaining in the session in my league, so yeah, and you know how hard it is to commentate race like this. And well, these drivers are great drivers. Don't get me wrong. The GG for them for actually doing the race, and I appreciate them being loyal to my league. But still, as a league owner, it's a little bit. But I shouldn't be complaining. But anyway, somebody has retired from the session. I'm just trying to entertain you guys. I'm trying not somehow to keep you around for this race. I'm ready to do anything to keep you around to watch this race to the end, because now the safety car is going out probably. We're gonna see a great fight between Sapele, Felix, and Super Guy. Super Guy is pitting. So what on earth is Super Guy doing? Super Guy is pitting. Why is he pitting? Probably pitting for the medium tires. Maybe he chose wrong, as I believe he has big enough gap to pit and take the medium tires. And yes, he is. He's doing that. And in my screen, Is Cam gonna get ahead of Super Guy or not? It's gonna be neck and neck between Super Guy and New Zealand Cam, and yes, New Zealand Cam got ahead of Super Guy, but Super Guy has 2 laps faster tires than New Zealand Cam, but still Super Guy chose the wrong strategy to take the softs, and he had to change to the medium, back to the mediums, but gap behind is so big, and I believe the safety car is gonna wait for every single driver to. I don't know how did they code that. Is the safety car gonna wait until everybody's gonna line up behind the leader, or is it gonna be around 2 to 3 laps only? Well, at least the safety car is still driving. We might see very shortly that safety car is coming in this lap. We still have PMP trying to catch who is over 58 seconds behind of the safety car, but I'm not sure. Are they gonna wait for PMP and James Killer? They are only 35 seconds behind of the safety car, but we're gonna find out very shortly. Is the safety car gonna wait for these drivers or not? They're gonna have very worn tires, but for their very sake, they have to hope that safety car is gonna wait for them. And is the safety car still staying out? It's still staying out, so it's not leaving. So it's gonna wait for PMP try and catch and James Killer probably, or then it will leave under the last corners. And safety car is gonna wait. That's very good for these drivers actually. That they're gonna wait for PMP try and catch and James Killer. And any new comments coming, I'm gonna check them out very shortly. No new comments actually. I'm not really surprised actually. But now PMP try and catch. It will be. They could actually make a pit stop and they would still catch up to the safety car. So new comment coming saying New Zealand Cam is a bit lucky. Well, you have to have luck in these kind of situations. You have to have luck. And yeah, PMP and James Killer are not pitting. They're gonna line up to the grid. And Super Guy waiting. I'm gonna overtake. No, I got a DRS. He has a DRS failure. No way. Super Guy, yeah, I wanna say I'm sorry. I didn't know that there's gonna be so little drivers. Usually, Super Guy we have 16 to 17 drivers in a race, and usually everything is gonna be fine. But yeah, DRS failure. That's a little bit of unfortunate for you, but hey, you're a fast driver. You're gonna find a way. And usually it goes away after 2 laps. So if safety car is gonna be 1 more lap, then it might only be that you have DRS failure for 1 lap. So you never know how the things are gonna turn out. And also the penalties, we have to remember about the penalties also. So just giving a little bit of tips to my drivers at the moment. As I believe safety car will be coming in this lap. And everybody's right behind the safety car, nobody's probably gonna pit. Amity has retired from the session. We have 7 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix. And is the safety car going to leave this up? Yes it is. So they have coded the safety car that it will wait for everybody to line up to the grid. And now Sape is slowing down the drivers. He's lining up the grid. And now Hartza has actually... I don't know, yeah, because Sape is going so slowly. Hartza got a 5-second penalty for collision with Super Guy. And has Hartza retired? Hartza has left from the session. So I'm not sure what on earth happened there, and that promotes James Killer to P6 position. So now we have only 6 drivers remaining in a Grand Prix. This is everybody's best chance to get podiums or wins, because we have so many little drivers remaining. This is well the only chance they get to get good amount of results, and James Killer and Hartza are pitting, so that's their race is over. And VRT Sape, he's lining up the grid, and he's already over 8 tenths behind everybody else. Cam, followed by Felix, Cam, Super Guy, PMP try and catch, and then James Killer and Hartza, who have crashed with each other. But still, hopefully they won't retire, because there's still a good chance for good amount of points. As VRT Sape tries to make over 1 second gap to his rivals to make sure that they won't be stuck in a DRS train or slipstream train, as New Zealand Cam is actually trying to pressurize Felix Negua for P2 position. He has to wait for the safety car, and Super Guy is getting pressurized by PMP trying to catch. So any of these 5 drivers can win a Grand Prix here today. And what on earth happened to Super Guy. Is Super Guy lost a phone wing or something? Has he lost an end plate because he's losing tremendous amount of time to New Zealand Cam, Felix and VRT Safe? And if Hatsa crashed with Super Guy or something, then and it looks like Super Guy is in a big trouble as he's over 1.7 seconds behind of New Zealand Cam and Felix. Felix, who is already over 1.3 seconds behind of VRT Safe. VRT Safe started the fastest lap of 1:18 and 8 in this Grand Prix and has over 1.2 second gap to Felix Negua, and in P3 is New Zealand Cam, P4 is Super Guy, who is struggling a lot. Behind him is PMP Try and Catch, and then James Killer in P6 and Ghost Car of Hutz in P7. Yeah, so just to keep watching the race, and after this race there's gonna be podium interviews, like usually in EFL. PMP Try and Catch got a 3 second penalty for multiple warnings, and there's a massive crash. PMP Try and Catch has crashed out, so is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? That's a new safety car. That's the third safety car here today, ladies and gentlemen. That's the third safety car, so anything can happen here today. So are we going to see drivers pitting for softs or mediums? And I can't believe it, we only have 5 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix. 5 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix, or 6 because Hatsa has actually left from the session. But so we have only 5 drivers remaining. Not the most pleasant news I want to hear, but and is anybody gonna pit? I can bet that VRT Safe is a little bit frustrated at the moment because the safety car keeps ruining his lead. And nobody's pitting. Nobody's pitting for soft tires. Nobody is pitting for soft tires. And Super Guy is actually pitting for soft tires, so he's a very smart guy because there's over 40-second gap behind. 8 laps remaining. So why not risk it for the chocolate biscuit? As I'm gonna save this race at the moment because 5 seconds stop and go, because I'm gonna make race highlights, and he's having his 5 second stop and go, and they're chasing his front wing at the moment. So, but yeah, safety car. Yeah, that would be very interesting. And are any of these drivers gonna follow Super Guy or not? Because safety cars already came, so I don't think there's any. And I can understand why didn't James Killer pit for softs. Probably because he's far away from everybody else and decided to, you know, not to pit. Felix is still staying out, not pitting. New Zealand Cam is staying out, not pitting. And if they would pit, they would allow their lead to go to Super Guy. And if they pit now, well, Super Guy is going to be faster than them, of course. That's going to be the case. But for how long? He will have around 5 to 6 laps to make the maneuver done. But we're only going to have probably 5 to 6 laps in this race, so yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. As James Killer has retired from the session, so we have only, I don't know where on earth did he retire. We only have 4 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix. 4 bloody drivers retiring in the Grand Prix. This is a new low. This is a new low for EFL. I'm sorry, this is a bloody new low. And he's crashed out. He's made a big mistake and he has crashed out. I'm gonna actually invite him to commentary box if I can. I'm gonna get a little bit of commentary with James Killer. He's actually partnered with Felix Negua. As I'm gonna quickly, as we have actually VRT Safe who's spitting. As I'm gonna invite James Killer to the party. Apologize, you're not seeing what's happening, but yeah, we don't know how many drivers are pitting and who are not pitting. As we have New Zealand Cam, who's also New Zealand Cam pitted, so he's behind Super Guy, so he has made a pit stop. So somebody got a 5 second penalty. I'm not sure who it was, but I can quickly check it out. And it's and James Killer, welcome to commentary box. Can you say what happened to you? We saw that you lost your car, but did you touch a curb or something?
Yeah, I basically had my quali tyres on, tried to catch the safety car queue, and the little kink, basically I went a bit too fast, caught the inside curb, caught the outside curb, spun, and went into the wall.
Alright, that's very good, and not the most, like, not the most classic Grand Prix you're gonna see here today in EFL, but 3 safety cars. What do you think about safety car appearing so many times in this race, and what do you think is gonna happen now in the end? Only 4 drivers remaining in a bloody Grand Prix, but...
Honestly, mate, I have no idea. That's one of them races where it's just up and down all over the place. So it was an intense race, but these things happen.
Yeah, you're still gonna get points because you finished in top 10 and safety car in this lap, but this was probably the best race for anybody to get very good points because of the lack of drivers attending here today here in Hungary. But it is what it is. You will still getting 8 points, of course, from the race because you crossed the 75% mark, and you'll be getting that P6 position and 8 points. But what do you think? Can Superguy challenge Felix and VRT Sape, or can New Zealand Cam also challenge them?
I don't know. I think VRT is quite solid. So is Felix. But it depends. I mean, it is dry, so now it's going to be a lot quicker.
And it's lighter than we've got. Look at Superguy. Look at, he's already challenging down the outside of Felix. And there goes. Huh?
I'm not in the race anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Then have a good one, mate, and hopefully you'll do better next time. But P6 position is still very good. But now, okay, Superguy is challenging Felix for P2 position, but look how much faster Superguy is, and he's going side by side, probably in corner 5. Is he gonna go side by side? And he's crashed out. Superguy has crashed out with Felix, and he's lost tremendous amount of time, and that will be promoting New Zealand Cup for P3 position, as Hartza has now overtaken Superguy for P4 position, and I can't believe it, that really happened. I'm not sure who was at fault there, and Superguy has retired from the session, and that's probably the last we're gonna see of him. And is that gonna bring out the safety car or not for this Grand Prix? Is that gonna bring out the safety car? And I don't believe it's gonna bring out the safety car. I believe 3 safety cars is enough for my liking. 3 drivers remaining in the Grand Prix only. VRT Safe having over 2.8 second lead in this Grand Prix. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your top 3. This is your top 3. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. VRT Safe has made a fastest lap of 1:18.2, and rest assured drivers, rest assured viewers, I'll be doing something about this server attendance here today. And Felix and Cam are going side by side with each other. This will promote Hartza to P4 position. And yeah, when I see that, is my voice showing voice on? And yeah. 5 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. I don't know. Yeah. It's one shitstorm. Felix and Cam are fighting for pizza position. VRT Sape has already over 2 second lead of this Grand Prix. DRS is enabled, so now this will give New Zealand Cam a chance to open the DRS. And I think 4 laps remaining in the Grand Prix, luckily. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, I don't know. 2 drivers. Yeah, but what are we watching now? It's no, it's like the USA 2005 Grand Prix. It's something like that. Oh my god. VRT Sape is leading the Grand Prix. lap 32 out of 35. Felix in P2. New Zealand Cam in P3. Can't believe it, this is really happening. I don't know what to say. I'm literally out of words now. I'm literally out of words. Thank you still for some drivers who stick around, but they say has extended his lead to 2.3 seconds. Felix 2.3 seconds behind of BRT Shape. Then behind him in 2.6 seconds is New Zealand Cam. We'll see what's gonna happen. BRT Shape is gonna set the lap time of 1:19.3. Felix is gonna set 1:19 flat. And New Zealand Cam is setting 1:20.7. So this will be a top 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is a top 3. Shape P1, Felix P2, Cam in P3. No penalties for Shape. No penalties for Felix. 5 seconds stop and go penalty for Cam, and Cam has actually written to me under the safety car. Can I get a speeding pen removed? It was on the exact same miles per hour limit, so if you can send me the clip and I will take a look at it. Can this race already be over? 12 rounds it took. It took 12 rounds until this league died. Well, at least 3 months. I survived it 3 months, so lap 34 out of 35. I don't know what to commentate now. I'm literally out of words. 1:19 flat. And New Zealand Cam saying no point now, lol, by the way you don't okay, wait one moment. No point now, lol, by the way you don't end your league because of one bad no, I'm not, I'm just talking, I'm just saying that yeah, the driver levels, we're gonna get drivers, don't worry, we're gonna get drivers, don't worry about it. We're gonna get new drivers to the league. Yeah, exactly, so drive the rest to the end, don't worry about it. I was only thinking what possibilities, what might happen to this league, but hey, we still have a championship fight between Seva and VRT Shape and Pauli in Belgium. Everything's gonna be tip-top conditions, and these things happen in every league. Sometimes there is lack of drivers, and
imagine joining in the middle of a race.
It's not very professional, but yeah, you're over 14 seconds behind of Felix at the moment. So what are your thoughts?
I'm cruising.
You're cruising?
Yeah.
So we can start from here. So P3 from this race. How are you feeling at the moment? Like another race, another podium. You're continuing a podium streak. You have 4 podiums in this league at the moment. Every race you basically finished, you have been in a podium.
Well, I'm ending my second streak, you know.
Huh?
I'm ending the streak of me being second every time I'm on the podium.
Yeah, exactly, man, exactly. And we're gonna put our eyes towards VRT Shape very shortly, as he's been dominating this race ever since the beginning. VRT Shape is gonna take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Not the most exciting races to watch, I'm not gonna say, but he got the maneuver done, and Felix got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but it's not gonna change anything. The top 3 is gonna be what it is. And VRT Shape is coming towards the last corners of this Grand Prix. He done everything right today. He has won in Azerbaijan, he's won in Silverstone, and now he'll be taking a win in Hungary if he doesn't make a big mistake. And VRT Sape is coming towards the corner 10, now corner 11, and now it's coming towards the corner 12, corner 13. VRT Sape hasn't done anything incorrect today, and VRT Sape is gonna take the win in Hungary. He's gonna take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. VRT Sape, you are a race winner, and you are the new Drivers' Championship leader of EFL. VRT Sape takes P2 to clarify Germans 1-2 in this Grand Prix, and in third place is gonna come New Zealand Cam, who will be finishing in the podium in his Red Bull car, and he's already celebrating. And there we go, he's crashed out, but he will be classified as P3 because he crossed it after the finish line. Going to the grid of finishing order won't be any problem here today, ladies and gentlemen. I can assure you that. It's going to be very easy to see all the drivers who actually finished the race and drivers who... And... wait, who's... How is it possible that my stream is... Apologize for that. Just some reason my voice is going on in this stream, even though I don't have it open.
I don't have it open.
Huh? I
don't even have it open.
I have to close down everything. So your top 3 for the race, and also top 3 who finished the race, are VRT Sape, Felix, and New Zealand Cam, and then DNFs are Hartstein P4 and DNF Super Guy, Killer, PMP2 and Cats, Amity, F1 Fan, Red Bull, Pierre, and Taste Leroy, as I'll be taking the screenshots. And we're gonna have 40-minute views here today, ladies and gentlemen, so will be very interesting to see what these drivers are thinking after that. Can we classify it as a race? Yes, we can. It's a good race. As VRT Sape will be getting invited to the podium party if he's online. And then Felix Negua also, and then we're gonna go towards New Zealand Cam, who's already in the party. We're just gonna wait for the race winner of VRT Sape joining us here today. That was well, I got to witness this in my league also. That was a race. And we have a race winner. VRT Sape joining us here today, and now we're still waiting for Felix Negua, and that was very easy. All drivers who participated for today's race have joined to the podium interview. So VRT Sape, you took the lead in the Drivers' Championship, and you won the Grand Prix in a dominant fashion. You survived the rain conditions, so tell us about that sprint. The race that we had here today.
Yeah, it was just a bit mad of Hartz's defending once again, but other than that, it was all fine.
And you took the lead in the Drivers' Championship because Seva just missed by 1 minute. He joined to the race, but he couldn't join the race. So you're the new championship leader by, I believe, by 4 points because you took the fastest lap in the Grand Prix. But you got to experience the 3-car race. So how was it?
Yeah, I'd rather have it that he raced. I'd rather have it that he raced and fight for the championship, because that's always better. But yeah, I'll take it.
You'll take it, definitely. And the second place driver, first podium in EFL, Felix, P2 for the race. A little bit struggling also in the rain conditions, but how would you classify that race? How do you feel at the moment? First podium in EFL.
Second, actually.
Second podium in EFL, I apologize for that.
Yeah, pace wasn't that strong in the wet, but I think it was quite solid in the dry. But all in all, a very weird race, a lot of drivers retiring. I mean, only 3 people who were actually in the lobby came across the line in the end. So, yeah, but I had a few incidents. I think Super Guy was involved. Need to have another look at that, but I think it was fair from my point of view. But yeah, apart from that, it was just pretty much cruising, except from the one time with Super Guy and being stuck behind. I don't know who that was again, but I think it was a Renault and a McLaren. Yeah, but those problems solved themselves by the other 2 drivers spinning out then, and in the end, yeah, like 2 races, 2 podiums. That's not too bad, I think.
Not too bad, man. And New Zealand Cam, P3 position. You're moving your stocks a lot after Taze Leroy, Sevap Tsitsi, and also your teammate with Tat from the session. So you might be looking yourself P2 in a Drivers' Championship possibly. So how was that race for you?
It's better than nothing at the moment. I have to admit, it was a bit boring though. But never good to finish with only 3 drivers. But I mean, I'll take the podium.
You'll take the podium. So, yeah, it was Sweden, Sweden. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna hear the winner drivers and constructors national anthem. So, please be quiet for the national anthems of Germany and UK's God Save the Queen. Congratulations for the winner drivers and constructors. We heard the national anthems of Germany and the UK's God Save the Queen. Congratulations for the top 3 of VRT Shape, Felix Negua and New Zealand Cam. Ladies and gentlemen, this was 1/12 of Hungarian Grand Prix. I was your owner and commentator of this night, EFL F1, also known as Eric the Lightning Salama. And rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, next week we will be having a full grid. Over my dead body, this kind of race, well, only 3 people finishing a race. It won't happen again in these leagues. But wherever you are in the world, good morning, good night, good day, and I'll see you again next week in Belgium. So, see ya.
See
ya.